Hello my loving Tiffany Thinks family, how are you all? It has been a few hectic days just because I was meant to start radiotherapy and then we've decided to go ahead with the clinical trials, and I just think that's what's important and that's what feels right for me. I want to talk about the paid partner of today's video, which is BetterHelp. BetterHelp is on a mission to help starting therapy a lot easier. So many of you have been telling me, Tiffany, you need to see a therapist, you need to talk to a therapist, you need to talk to someone. Because you all know, when I got diagnosed with cancer, I very much wanted to protect my loved ones. I've always been like that. So many of you have been telling me for a very long time, speak to a therapist, they listen, they ask you questions, and they give you techniques to kind of get you through things and just to make positive changes in your life. I always say this, that the physical part of what I'm going through is very, very difficult, but also the mental side of things, it's not easy. And so with BetterHelp, you can fill out a questionnaire and then you get matched with a therapist as soon as possible. You can easily switch therapists at any time at no extra cost if it's not the right fit for you. I will leave a link in the description box below, or go to betterhelp.com/TiffanyThinks and get 10% off your first month of therapy. It's been a few days since we kind of got all the results. If you watched my last video, you'll know what I'm talking about. So we've had time to process it. I think for me, in that moment, I was just so grateful that I have a choice of whether to do radiotherapy or go through the clinical trial route. And we've kind of had a discussion, the family and the doctors, and we've all decided, let's try the clinical trials. I've got the thing with radiotherapy. Hold on, let me drink some water. I also put on a lot of facial oil because my skin's been feeling super dry. I think as it's getting colder, my skin is just drying out more, so I just put on a layer of thick oil. Yeah, I was just saying, with radiotherapy, it targets, so we know it's in the neck and we know it's in the rib, the fourth rib tissue. So it's in two areas, and I feel like we need systemic control. And if I do radiotherapy, it only targets the neck and the rib, and we don't know if it's anywhere else in the body. So in order for, I just think it makes sense, let's try and get systemic control. Let's just try, if there is anything lurking around in the body, maybe this clinical trial drug may kind of get rid of it or just keep it stable. I don't know. I'm at a point now where, in my last video, I think I was just, you know what I'm like, I just want to be brave and I just want to kind of stay positive, especially for my loved ones, because I feel like if I lose hope or if I get too upset about things, it just messes me up. So I'm trying to stay strong as possible, and I'm trying to get through this, and I'm trying to accept what's going on. It's really difficult, but in the same breath, I'm so grateful that I'm being put on this clinical trial. Today, I don't want to get upset about it because this is a good thing, and I'm going to have hope, and I'm just going to trust the process as I have been. I really trust that. I don't know what the end point is going to be, and I don't know what's going to happen. I feel like no one does, but I'm just I'm so grateful to be here today, and I know that somehow I'm getting through these days, and somehow I'm still here, you know. So I'm so grateful to God, and I'm so grateful that things are happening. And today is the day that I go to the hospital, and I'm going to sign the consent form for the clinical trial, just to say I am going to go ahead with it. And also I have a blood test booked in as well. I have been in so much pain in my neck. It's just mainly my neck. I don't feel anything around the rib area, but especially at night time, it's unbearable. But the pain is just always there. So I'm just hoping that the clinical trial drug will just kind of alleviate that pain. But you know what, we just move on. This pain is always going to be there for now. There might be, the painkillers do help. It's just the pain was unbearable last night, so I didn't get the best sleep. I think once I go sign the consent form and we have a bit of a plan of what's going to happen, I just feel a bit, I know the other chemo, it didn't really help. So I know that because it's kind of spread, this area got bigger and then it spread to the ribs. So I'm just a bit worried that I haven't had any treatment in a long time. So it feels like a long time anyways, but we just need to get things going, and I need to kind of sign the consent form, and then we'll have a plan on when the treatment starts and we go from there. I know with this medication, it's the liver that they're going to really keep an eye out on, because the side effects is to do with the liver. So I think today I'll find out kind of, will I have more scans of the liver, and I'm going to ask all those questions as well. We've all kind of done our research, and this for me feels like the best option. And I know there may be some of you that don't agree, and there may be some of you that do agree with my decision, but ultimately this is kind of the decision that I've gone for. And I just think, you know, with everyone's cancer journey, everyone's different, right? And there's not one rule that fits for everyone. We're all so different, different ages, different body types, different organs, you know, so it's one of those things. Body types, we all have different, you know what I mean, you know, we're all so different, but it is, I know some of you won't agree with my decision and some of you will, and it's just one of those things that I just can't think about. I need to do what's right for me, what feels right for me, and you know, I just have to kind of be grateful to be here, and to, I hope you understand, because for me, I would love for all this to be not here, you know. I wish there was something I could take and it removes cancer from my body and from everyone that has cancer or any health condition. Imagine there was one drug that worked for all of us. That would be incredible, but that's not kind of how, that's not where we are. But I also know that the technology has advanced so much, and there's so much research, and also I might have not been in this position 5-10 years ago. So the fact that there is kind of trials coming out, and the fact that my doctor has kind of reached out to them and got me a position, I'm just so grateful. So all I can do is pray and hope, and I know some of you might not support my decision, and that's okay, you know. I completely understand. It is a little bit, I wouldn't say it's risky, because I feel like with radiotherapy, it's very targeted, whereas this will be a systemic for the whole body, and I think that's the right way for me to go right now, because I feel like radiotherapy could be an option later. I just need to kind of sign the form and let's get this sorted, right? Let's go to the hospital. I'm gonna put on my hoodie. I'm just gonna feel super cozy. It's such cozy weather today. It was raining this morning. It looks very grey right now. I'm gonna put on my hoodie. I'm gonna wear the We Got This. I'm wearing the We Got This t-shirt at the moment, but on top I'm gonna put the hoodie on. I'm also gonna pack some snacks as well, because I'm going into London, so I'm just gonna take a little something, maybe an apple, a water bottle. I'm gonna pack a few things, because just in case I stay in the hospital a little bit longer, it's nice to have a little snack in my bag. So yeah, let's go. I am going to the hospital now. I've parked up. I feel like I'm late. I'm not, but you know what I'm like. I like being super early, and I've got my book here, I've got my bullet journal. Let's go for the appointments. It is super busy. I feel like all the cars, all the bikes, people everywhere. It's super busy. Walking in now. And I need to go to the medical day unit area to sign the consent form. I have an appointment today. I've signed the consent form. I have to get my bloods checked again, so they're going to do a blood test to check my liver. My liver has to be perfect. It has to be in very good condition before I start the treatment, and I need to have another CT scan of the liver, and I need They're going to do an ECG now, but I've signed the consent, so hopefully my liver is okay and then I can be put on this trial. Oh, hopefully it should be okay. I'm all done. I'm going to get a coffee. It feels like I've been here a long time. Thank you so much. I am all settled now. I feel like I had a lot done, so I just feel like there's a lot of pressure, because if something comes up on the blood test in regards to my liver, then I won't be a part of the clinical trial, so that needs to be checked. So I've had the blood test done, I've been booked in for the CT scan of the liver as well. I'm just so worried because I feel like now my heart is set on getting this clinical trial. So I always say you can't have expectations. I also went to Gales to get a coffee. I've had questions about me drinking coffee, which, thinking about it now, it's really not a big deal. When I was on panitumumab, I was put off coffee. I didn't even want, my taste buds change. So when you're on chemo, I think the people that were asking me like, oh Tiffany, you're drinking coffee and you didn't tell us, and sorry, I'm sorry to those people. So basically when I stopped panitumumab, I started to drink coffee again, and I didn't realize it was such a big deal that I didn't kind of announce it. I think where I've had so much else, like bigger real life problems happening, I forgot to mention that I'm drinking coffee again. So basically when I was on panitumumab, my chemo, the chemo immunotherapy time, I was put off some foods, and if you've gone through chemotherapy or immunotherapy, or you know, your taste buds change. And yeah, so when I was off that, I started to introduce coffee again. So yeah, I've got a flat white from Gales, and I just thought it would just give me a little boost of energy, which I kind of want. What was I saying? So today I spoke to the doctor and I signed my consent form, but now going forward they've checked my ECG, so my heart was fine. They took bloods out of my port, and so they checked everything. It was a lot of blood was taken, but I think that's what happens when you have a clinical trial. They need to check everything. So I guess I'll find out about my liver and all the other checks as well. I just really hope my liver's okay. That's all I want, and I want to be put on this trial. Where's my car key? My order today was a extra hot flat white. The reason why I asked for extra hot is just because I want to sip it and enjoy it. I don't want to rush it, and you know, just want to enjoy the coffee, and I want it to be hot. I got my darling a little muffin. Oh, I'll show you. So I got him a little maple and pecan cake. I thought he could have that after his dinner. For dinner tonight we're gonna have chicken wraps. Did I even tell you what happened? So I had my ECG checked as well, and I think I already discussed that, didn't I? I think so. And I signed everything, blood test done, everything's a tick, and yeah, it's gonna be okay. It's going to be okay. I went to the medical day unit, and I have to have all my treatment. So if my liver is okay and the bloods are fine and the scan is all okay and I am put on the clinical trial, I will have to come here. So when I have my treatment done, it will be in the medical day unit here in Chelsea, so I won't be in Sutton. I need to go and tell my nurses in Sutton. I'm gonna miss my nurses, but the nurses here are incredible as well. I met a few of them and they're so friendly. I think everyone at Royal Marsden, so this is the Chelsea, so there's Chelsea and there's Sutton, so two different hospitals. I just feel like everyone is so nice. All the nurses, the staff, the doctors, it makes sense for everyone just to be kind, and including us as patients. I feel like the nurses and doctors go through so much for us, the healthcare assistants, the volunteers, everyone, they go through so much for us. So I think it's just nice to be nice all the time, everywhere you go. It's just nice to be kind, and everyone is going through a battle, and you want to be kind to everyone. I think that's so important. I need to get back into baking. Even if I don't eat the cakes and everything I bake, I'm just going to give it out to my family and friends because I love doing that. It's that time of year, isn't it? I hope you're all well as well. Let me know what you're up to. And I hope you're all happy and just getting through each day, you know? Handling life. It is hard because I was thinking about this when I was getting the ECG done. I was thinking, right, my heart has to be good, and I honestly thought I'm going to start crying, and I don't want to cry because the nurse was there, and I thought, you know what, Tiffany, pull yourself together. I honestly feel the past few days, I haven't picked up the camera, but the past few days all I've been doing is crying, and I can't be doing that all the time. I can't always cry, you know. Also, for those of you that ask about Amma and how she is and how she's getting on with the results and with what's going on, it's kind of a roller coaster for her as well, because what we all do, and I know this is probably not the best way to handle things, is we all try to be strong for each other. So Amma will stay strong for me, Matt will stay strong for me, I stay strong for them. We're all helping each other through this, and then I will ask Amma, like, Amma, are you okay? Talk to me. And she'll say she's absolutely fine, and then she'll talk to my sister, and my sister will say, oh, she didn't sleep at all last night. And we all kind of, even my sister, we all just deal with things very differently, but we all protect each other as well. And I guess that's what families do, right? We all want to protect each other, and we love each other so much, so there's so much love there. And if I could, I would just take all this away to make it easier for them, because it's hard for me. It is very, very hard for me. But as a mum, I'm not a mum, but I just know my mum, and I know this is the most difficult for her. Out of everyone, I would say this is the most difficult for her, because she is my mum. I'm her daughter, I'm her baby daughter, and I can't even imagine how she copes. I know she talks a lot to her friends and family. I know we're so lucky and so blessed to have so many loved ones around us. So yeah, we just get through each day, and she's my strong mama, you know. She's very, very strong, and she's just amazing.
Thank you, darling. What is it?
It's a bit squash.
Oh, is it big?